and maybe even bigger. I thought the WBC judge was a disgrace, giving the fight to Fury. Is it a surprise? Fury was the WBC champion, and their judge.
The official's decision to give Fury the advantage in this bout, in spite of Oleksandr Usyk's outstanding performance, has outraged the boxing community. Colin Hart expressed dissatisfaction with the judge for awarding Fury the victory. Carl Froch also discussed the contentious referee that officiated the contest.
That corner, onto the ropes. A lot of people were confused. The referee, to be fair, had a bit of a stinker because he was getting involved when Fury was under pressure, when Usyk was landing left hook, right hook, left hook, double left.
A lot of people saw the battle and noted how close Usyk came to taking out the Gypsy King.
His back skin's grew up, and look at the shot that's about to land right there in the chin. If the ref didn't step in, I think it would have been a KO. It probably been a finish, because he was ready to put.
When questioned about being denied a knockout, Oleksandr Usyk had an astounding reaction.
You feel like a knockout was stolen from you?
I don't think about it, because we have a winner. Okay, maybe. I don't think about it, because...
The fighting, though many people are unhappy with the controversies, the world is still reacting to the conflict. What did they have to say? Stay in and watch as we uncover in this video that the battle between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury was thrilling, with both competitors putting up strong displays and having a fair shot at victory. It should come as no surprise that there were some contentious moments involving the judges who scored the fight and the referee, Mark Nelson. Because Usyk's nation, Ukraine, was at war, Tyson Fury believed that he had won the fight and that the judges had given Usyk the advantage.
Fight best we could do, and you know his country's at war, so people are siding with the country at war, but make no mistake, I won that fight in my opinion, and I'll be back. I've got a rematch clause.
But many in the boxing community believed that referee Nelson had denied Usyk an early lockout victory, therefore they were especially incensed with him. Let's go back to the 10th round, when both combatants were battling it out, to better grasp this. Usyk was attacking the Gypsy King, using his left hand to bleed blood from his nose and face. In the 9th, Usyk exacted revenge on Fury by throwing another left hook and thrashing the British celebrity about the ring. With roughly 10 seconds remaining in the round, Fury was cornered and struggling to stay upright, but Usyk was ready to cement a historic victory when the referee separated the two and awarded a standing count to the British fighters. Then Fury broke free and the klaxon sounded.
But he had to win in the 9th. But referee has stolen his victory.
What do you mean?
He had to stop the fight in the 9th.
Do you believe Tyson should have been stopped then?
Yes.
A knockout victory was denied to Usyk, and the boxing community was incensed. After the bout, Alex Kuck, Usyk's promoter, expressed his frustration.
I think the score of 115-112 was just about right. You know, you've got to hand it to Usyk. He was going as fast in the 12th round as he was.
Kuck claimed that the referee had stolen Usyk's victory by failing to stop the fight in the 9th round, which he felt Usyk should have won. With reference to the judges' scorecards, Kuck was adamant that Tyson ought to have been stopped in the 9th round and voiced his obvious displeasure with the referee's decision to refrain from doing so. Kuck was openly upset, describing it as impossible to be content with them. Taking into account the 1-point deduction for the knockdown, he scored the bout as 7 rounds for Usyk and 5 for Tyson. Kuck threw Tyson out. Fury explained that fighters frequently think of themselves as the winners regardless of the real outcome, based on his feeling that he should have won the bout. This criticism emphasizes Kuck's displeasure with the match's judging and refereeing. Additionally, British journalist Colin Hart confronted the judge who ruled in favor of the Gypsy in the battle. King Har complimented Usyk's performance, pointing out that Usyk put on a strong showing even though he was the smaller man. He claimed that he was not astonished by Usyk's performance because he had anticipated Usyk would win, crediting his prediction to Tyson. The waning of Fury. Hart noted that Fury has changed as a fighter over the past 3 years, especially after his most recent matchup with Deontay Wilder. He predicted that Usyk would probably win again, maybe by even greater margin, if they rematched on October 12. Hart devoted a large portion of his criticism to the WBC judge, calling him a disgrace for giving the bout to Fury. He felt it unsurprising that the WBC judge favored Fury given that Fury was the WBC champion. Hart thought the judge's 114-113 score in favor of Fury was a farce, and that the 115-112 score in favor of Usyk was a more true representation of the situation.
Man, that's how he was. That guy, I don't know what the hell was that about. That was the most dodgiest count I've ever heard in boxing.
Hart praised Usyk's skill and fitness, pointing out that he kept up his performance and pace for the full 12 rounds. He highlighted Usyk's remarkable bounce back from being wobbled by a right hand from Fury in the 5th round. Usyk recovered nearly instantly from this moment of vulnerability, which kept Fury from taking advantage of Usyk's standing in the heavyweight class. According to Hart, Usyk has demonstrated that he is the greatest heavyweight of his generation. The unified world heavyweight champion and cruiserweight champion, among other achievements, were emphasized by him. In an interview with IFL TV, Hart stated that Usyk's record is probably unstoppable and highlighted Usyk's excellence as a fighter. Derek Chisora also opened up about his feelings on the altercation. Chisora was clearly annoyed and confused by the referee's handling of the 9th round. He thought Fury was given an excessively generous count, and he suspected that the referee had called it the most lopsided count he had ever seen in boxing, meaning it was unnecessarily drawn out and lacked integrity.
Definitely glad that Usyk, I wasn't expecting Usyk to have that sort of punch power and to have him in that much sort of trouble. I saw it more of Usyk being the one moving around boxing, but he was the one hunting Fury the whole way.
While stressing that boxing is a fantastic sport, Cora cautioned that such dubious choices could damage the sport's reputation. He voiced fear that controversy of this nature would cause fans to lose interest in the game. Despite his condemnation, Cora advised the boxing community to refrain from destroying the sport with foolish actions like this, emphasizing how crucial it is to preserve credibility and fairness in the sport. Chisora called the bout a fantastic fight and a fantastic show, praising its entire caliber. He praised the event's distinct atmosphere and mentioned how the lack of alcohol allowed spectators to fully participate in and enjoy the game. Chisora enjoyed the audience's in-the-moment reactions, as they were intently watching and anticipating what would happen next. Cora was optimistic about a possible rematch between Fury and Usyk. He was certain that Fury would handle it and that he would return bigger and more powerful than before. Chisora declared that the Gypsy King would return with a Fury, expressing his faith in Fury's tenacity and resolve. Tyson Fury's old opponent David Haye acknowledged his excitement over Usyk's victory. He had earlier predicted a Usyk win and even foresees several questionable decisions where Usyk would be at a disadvantage.
Usyk under pressure here, but Usyk won the last round. It was close, but Usyk landed the better shots, and the right man won. I did think that it was going to be a draw. I mean, the judge that gave it 114-113, I believe.
Declaring his contentment, Haye pointed out that the judges might have given Fury the victory if there hadn't been a knockdown. Usyk was more of a defensive player than Haye had anticipated, thus he surprised him with his striking strength and ability to cause difficulty for Fury. Usyk was aggressive and pursued Fury the entire fight, while Fury was clowning around. They thought the right man had won and were happy with the result regarding the contentious 9th round. They criticized the referee's decision to stop the action, give Fury a count, and then give it another 20 seconds. They called it some of the worst refereeing in a fight this important. They also imagined the injustice if the fight had been judged differently, and Usyk had lost despite having Fury fully upright. Fury should have thrown more effective punches, such as body shots and power punches, instead of attempting to steal rounds. Hay claims that a major contributing reason to Fury's defeat was his lack of domination during the rounds. Carl Froch, who had previously criticized Fury, also offered his opinions on the match. He started off by expressing his excitement for the fight's historic significance and pointing out that the heavyweight division had not had an unchallenged champion in 25 years. Froch observed that although Fury had a strong start to the bout, Usyk's constant pressure and movement soon forced Fury to retreat. He conceded that Fury was making terrific use of his jab, showing good head movement and feints. Nonetheless, Yi was able to dominate the early rounds because to his quick feet and unprofessional manner of jumping around the ring. Froch thought Usyk had won the first 3 rounds, but in the 4th and 5th, Fury started to adjust and retake the fight. Fury's ability to adapt and get better as the battle went on was commended by everyone. Fury began to deliver more uppercuts and body blows, which Froch found to be quite potent. Even yet, Froch highlighted Usyk's resilience, pointing out how skillfully he took my blows and retaliated. He was highly complimentary of Usyk's performance, emphasizing his ability to control the early rounds and absorb Fury's onslaught. He highlighted Usyk's strong amateur background and his success as a cruiserweight champion. Froch highlighted Usyk's past triumphs against Anthony Joshua prior to going up to heavyweight, stressing that Usyk had established himself as a respectable heavyweight. Candidate Froch concentrated on the crucial moment in the 9th round when Usyk had Fury in danger. Fury was spared by the ropes and the bell, which allowed him to recover and continue fighting. Fury felt that the right man won the fight, stating that Usyk deserved the victory. Fury criticized the referee's handling of this round, suggesting that the referee's hesitation may have prevented a stoppage. Despite Fury's assertion that he won the fight, he chastised one of the judges for awarding Fury a higher score, saying that Usyk's performance, especially in the decisive rounds, made it abundantly evident that he was the superior fighter that evening. Additionally, he talked about the possibility of a rematch. He made assumptions about Fury's objectives, speculating that the financial benefits of a rematch may have an impact on Fury's assertion that he won the bout. Froch expressed admiration for Usyk's character, calling him as a man of God who is not driven by financial gain. He implied that Usyk might win the championship and be done competing in the sport. What are your thoughts on the supper officiating during the fight? The boxing community is not thrilled about it. Was the fight fair? Tell us in the comments below. All of that for now. Remember to subscribe to and like the channel. To ensure that you never miss any more videos like this, turn on the bell for the most recent notifications. We appreciate your time, and we'll see you in the next video.